Welcome back, students. Take out your novel, open page number 31. Today we will start chapter 3, The Trial. Page number 31, chapter 3, The Trial. In this chapter, we read that Jerry, in the March of 1780, Jerry was sent to the criminal courts of England, and it was known as a Old Bailey. And he was sent there to meet Mr. Lorry, and he has to wait for him there until he gives him a message. He is a errand boy, a messenger of Chelsea Bank. And Jerry, he enters the court somehow. He goes inside the court and waits there. And he looks the proceeding. Not only he, but there are many other people who are present there who are eager to see the proceedings of the treason case. This treason case is against a person named Charles Darnay, a young man of 25 years of age. He has been accused of treason. Treason means that he is spying for his own country. He is spying for France. There were the people are gathered over there. One of the spectators, one of the person present in the court, he predicts that he is definitely going to be proved guilty and he will be given a death sentence. Charles Darnay enters the court. He was brought to the court. He was about 25 years of age with long dark hair tied at the back of his neck with the ribbon. And there was no expression of fear on his face. He seemed very confident and unusually calm. He was calm, he was not afraid. And he was charged with treason that he has given a list of information to the French about the nature and size of British Army when the British Army was sent to North America. And it would be very beneficial information for the King of France, King Louis. And he was brought to the witness stand. And the first witness which was called against Charles Darnay was John Bassard. And he witnessed against Charles Darnay that he is the one which he has seen that he has handed over the information to the French. After John Bassard, Mr. Lorry was called to the witness stand by Attorney General, and he was questioned whether he has seen Charles Darnay in the Dover Mail. He said that he is not sure because it was very dark. Then he was asked whether he has seen when he was returning from Paris. He said that yes, he has seen him in the boat when they were returning from Paris, and Lucy Manet and Dr. Manet was with him. Then Attorney General calls Lucy Manet to the witness stand. She was asked whether she has seen Charles Darnay with two French gentlemen and whether she has seen him handing the paper to these two French gentlemen. She said that yes, she has seen it, but she was not sure what was written in the paper. And then Dr. Manet was called to the stand, and Dr. Manet said that he do not remember anything. His mental condition is not good. His mind is completely blank. And afterwards, there was one witness who was claiming that he has seen Charles Darnay giving some paper to the French gentleman. And suddenly something happened. Mr. Carton, he was a defense lawyer for Charles Darnay. He scribbled something and he sent that letter, and that note was handed to Mr. Shriver, who was fighting the case for him. And then this witness was asked to recognize that whether he has seen this person in the stand or the other one sitting there. And when he looked at Mr. Carton, he was unable to recognize because they were resembling. There was so much resemblance between the two, and he was confused. The witness was unable to identify Charles Darnay, whether he is the accused one or the other person. And meanwhile, the cross-examination was going on, Mr. Carton noticed that Lucy Manet has fainted, and she was taken away from there. And all of them were waiting for the decision of the judge. And the judge came back after an hour and a half, and he came back with his sentence, with his decision. And Mr. Lorry gave Cherry the note, not guilty. After the trial, Charles Darnay was surrounded by Dr. Manette, Lucy Manette, Mr. Lorry. They were congratulating him, and Charles Darnay, with thankfulness and gratitude, kissed Lucy Manette's hand. And Mr. Lorry, he just suggested to Lucy that they must go back home. She must go back home and take rest because she was not well. And as he was saying this, Dr. Manette kept on looking at Charles Darnay. He was frozen, his face was frozen, and then they went back home. And as they went back, Sidney Carton, who was standing in the shadows, he came out and told Charles and talked with Charles Darnay that how does he feel now when he has got the sympathy of Lucy Manette by risking his life. And then both of them go together to tavern, and there Sidney Cartons tell Charles Darnay he doesn't care for any man on this earth and no one cares for him. And then Charles Darnay feel sympathy for him, compassion for him, pity for him. And he goes back from there, and Sidney Carton is woken by a waiter after an hour, and after that he goes to the office of Mr. Stryver. Student, we have completed chapter 3. Please go on reading the lessons thoroughly. Thank you.